Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We're still in an indecisive nature of the market, and that is being illustrated by a bullish harami selling. Bullish harami. Remember, bullish haramis are one of your 12 major signals telling you that they might be supporting here at this obvious support level in the oversold area. However, the change of investor sentiment is not fully confirmed yet because we're still trading below the T-line. And notice how we did a doji today. Makes the analysis of tomorrow's trading very simple. If it opens lower, we're still in a downtrend. If they open up positive and start taking it up above the T-line, that tells you this has created a change of investor sentiment. Now, we saw more bullish confirmation over in the Nasdaq today. Yesterday, it did a bullish harami after bouncing off the 34 and then traded slightly positive today just above the T-line. Same scenario. If we wake up and the pre-market futures are telling they're trading positive, there's a good probability we're now in a J-hook pattern on the Nasdaq, implying more upside. So we're going to be doing a special session on Saturday on when to sell or when to take profits. This is a full day training, and you get a lot of information that kind of sinks in your mental memory to tell you what things are telling you when it's time to take profits, even though it might not have closed back below the T-line. This is called 2+2 analysis. If you're long a position and you're starting to see sell signals, even though it hasn't closed below the T-line and the indexes are starting to get soft, it's time to close out the position and find a better probability trade setup. Or we want to find not only when it's time to sell, but when is it time to go short? This is the great advantage of the graphics of candlesticks. Not only does it tell you when there's indecision, but using gaps with candlestick signals tells you there's a lot of decision going in this direction. So we recommend going long and short, like our recommendation on BEKE was based upon a bearish harami, a bearish engulfing close below the T-line, and then it was followed by a bearish doji sandwich setup. And even today, when the market was trading relatively flat, it was still trading, this one was still trading in a downward direction. How long do we hold this short? Probably until we see the stochastics get in the oversold area and we see a buy signal. Again, this is not rocket science. Everything built into candlestick charts is just pure common sense of what's going on in investor sentiment. The signals are what have been illustrated by the Japanese rice traders as significant changes of investor sentiment with high probability results. So there is problems that people have of when to take profits. And this was illustrated yesterday in INDP. People were watching this and they were trying to trade it. So the rhetorical question is, what keeps people, how do they know to take profits up here? And this is where the elements of the time frames become a huge advantage using candlestick charts. When would you sell this? Well, you go to your 10-minute chart. You could have still been buying here. You could have still been buying here. Maybe not buying here, but notice what it didn't do. It didn't close below the T-line. You could still be buying here. You could be taking profits up here, but that's the whole point of the 10-minute chart is there was the place you would take profits, which meant you were closing out at the $22 area. And this is why the shorter time frames are very significant. We illustrated that when we were trading life the other day in the chat room. Did you buy here, buy here, buy here? That's where the 10-minute chart would have told you when to be buying, when not to be buying, when to be buying, when to be buying. So we had that situation today in BKSY. It broke out big. It traded up big. one thing that you can utilize as a high probability trade situation, whether you're trading stocks or commodities, if you've got a strong price move, the first sell signal tells you take profits, because that's more than likely where everybody else has decided to take profits. So you could be out of this trade, but notice what happened right here. Just like on any other time frame, there was a bullish harami, right smack dab on the 50-day moving average or the 50 time frame moving average. You could have been buying back again and making very good profits off this trade. So it doesn't matter what time frame you're trading. You could be trading the E-minis off the 1 minute, 3 minute, 10 minute combination. I trade soybeans, cattle, or the dollar off the 10-minute chart. The simple definition of a candlestick signal is that it is the graphic depiction of everybody buying and selling during a specific time frame. Doesn't matter whether that time frame's 1 minute or 1 month. It works very effectively. So we're going to be showing when to sell in these type of situations. Again, on Saturday, join us. It's inexpensive, and you learn, or you get a lot more information than you expect. And this is information that's going to sit with you for the rest of your trading career, because it's the type of thing where you mentally recognize when there's a change of investor sentiment. But more importantly, don't forget the elements of the candlestick signals and patterns. Our recommendation on DOCN, still very viable, because look at our J-hook pattern bouncing right off the T-line. And what confirmed the J-hook pattern? A doji sandwich. And what do we know about a doji sandwich? There's going to be more upside. And if there's more upside, what does that illustrate for us? Wave 1, wave 2, going into wave 3. Same scenario in our recommendation on Cano. J-hook pattern, and look where it supported right smack dab off the T-line. Not only is it putting you in the right direction, but it's putting you in the right direction with a strong magnitude move, and you don't have to have a market that is compelling for patterns to work. This is based upon human nature making decisions, already knowing that the market in general may not be doing anything. So right now, with the market in an indecisive stage, that doesn't keep you from making good profits on short positions, as well as good profits on long positions. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.